Right, we're sitting at Geratech today, and we're at the launch of the TATA Prima range, an interesting known as the World Smart Truck. And sitting in front of me is Mr. Madhu Singh, who's Area Manager for South Africa, the Commercial Vehicle Business Unit of Tata Motors Limited. We were chatting earlier on with Mr. Hanitz Luto, who's Regional Manager, and also with Mr. Rudrarup Maitra, who's Head of Sales, CV International Business. And I got a very good perspective of the South African market. You know, that changes from many years ago when you first came in. There seems to be a new sort of vibe about the South African market. You seem to have matured in this market. What you were saying today, the products that you're introducing, and some years ago was a perception that Tata was not here to stay. It was a 10th tier operator, you know. And that seems to have changed. Also speaking to some of your customers here today, what has brought about that change?
I think, Patrick, I couldn't have agreed more with you. Well, Patrick, I think I couldn't have agreed more with you. We've come a long way in the last couple of years, from the days of having the trucks which were made mainly for the domestic market and then sent to the international markets. Today we have the trucks which are designed for the world markets, and South Africa is a hotbed of activities in the trucking industry, and we feel that South Africa is kind of a university in the trucking industry for us, and we have learnt many of our lessons in this market, and today we have come a long way in terms of whether it's products or sales experience or the after sales. So we have beefed up in all these sectors and areas. As far as the products are concerned, you've seen the new TATA Prima range that we have over here, which is the World Smart Truck. And why we call it the World Smart Truck is because we have tried to get best of not both the worlds but all the worlds. As we say, the engine is from Cummins in the USA, the gearbox comes from Germany, the cab design comes from Italy, which is known for its design sense, and so forth. Likewise, we have all the best things taken from the world, put into the Prima, which is ready for the South African market. So, in terms of product, we have really given a product which is very practical, which is very sensible for the South African consumer. We are right now not in the market share game. We are more looking at the customer satisfaction and how we can satisfy our customers. So we want to give them a product which they feel happy about, which they like. And as far as the sales process is concerned, we have trained our people, we have trained our teams in India as well as across the country to be prepared to handle that kind of customers, because we must remember that we were not in the EHCV segment so strongly until the Prima came. So it's a new entry for us, and we want to be battle ready as far as our salespeople are concerned in that segment. So we have trained them in a very, very specific and a methodical manner to handle those customers. The most important thing is the after sales. While it's easy to sell a truck, but we need to continue that relationship with the customer over a longer period of time. And that customer, once we have that relationship, once he's happy with the product, he comes and buys. So it's the customer satisfaction at the end of the day which matters. And we have made sure that we have enough parts in the country. We have enough training for our people across the country. We have mapped the entire freight corridor. We have service stations at regular intervals in these freight corridors, and we are making sure that our trucks are well taken care of, our customers are well taken care of. So it's been a long journey for us. Yes, the path has been difficult, but I think we are coming right, and the kind of excitement and the kind of response that we got today for Prima is truly unbelievable, and we feel that we have got a winner at our hand, and we will be very, very successful with this product in the market.
Wonderful. What impresses me is that we first saw the Prima some 4 years ago, and I think you had the 6x4 in the gym show. Was it the 6x4?
It was a 6x4.
And we were all expecting a launch. We thought, no, it's too early. 4 years later, you're launching, which tells us that you've actually listened to the market, inspected the market, listened to your customers, and gone back. As I said earlier, you've actually gone back to the drawing board a number of times. So you've taken time to get the spec right, to get the product right, and that's impressive. Rather than launch a wrong product early, get the spec right. So it's been 4 years of learning and hard work and going back to the drawing board.
Absolutely, Patrick. It's been worth the wait. We have been waiting very, very patiently. In the background, we have been working tirelessly on the product. As you rightly said, we have gone back to the drawing board a couple of times. We wanted to be sure that we get it right the first time. We we wanted to make sure that our customers get the right experience. This very facility where we are sitting today, the Prima has undergone thousands and thousands of kilometers in the last 2.5 years
Yeah.
to make sure that this is right to the South African conditions.
Wonderful, because when Peterbilt came in, they got a little bit impatient and did a left-hand drive conversion in America to right-hand drive for our market. Brought in 40 and it bombed out. And of course, Peterbilt never got off the mark after that. It went into the Imperial stable, didn't manage to get there because the customers had already heard it. And it wasn't right. They were impatient. So I think the fact that you waited 4 years might have been a long and impatient wait for you, but I think it's going to pay off in the long run.
Thank you.
Tell me about the value truck. You're talking about a world truck.
Yeah.
And I remember Adolf Muspau many years ago from Mercedes-Benz talking about a world truck. I don't think he ever got it off the ground before he retired.
Yeah.
You're now talking the world smart truck, and you combine this for Mark. And what you've said is that what you find here, the spec in South Africa, you won't find, for example, in spec in Russia, or even in other southern African countries.
True.
But you will find a common platform. What do you mean by value trucking, which is a term that I've heard today?
Yeah. Let me take a step back, and I would refer to what Rudra mentioned. Let me take a step back, and I would refer to what Rudra mentioned during the launch some time back. He mentioned that Prima is a platform for us. It's a platform which can give about 1,056 different product variants for different markets. So this product is a world smart truck in its true sense, because the aggregates have been brought in from the best of the suppliers in the market, whether it's the engine from the Cummins, the gearbox from the Eaton and the ZF, and likewise all the aggregates are from the world's top suppliers. So in that sense, it's really the world's true smart truck. And as you know, Tata is operating in many markets. We want to make sure that this truck is operating in severe conditions. So we have tested this product in Russia, which is minus 35 degrees, and in Dubai in the Middle East, which is plus 55 degrees. So you can imagine a degree variation or a temperature degree variation of over 90 degrees. So that's the kind of severity that the Prima is able to take. As far as the value trucking is concerned, Tata Motors has always attracted the value conscious buyers, the value for money buyers. And while so far with our existing range, we've always been saying that it's simple and plain trucking. With the Prima, we are moving more towards the value conscious buyers, because we feel that we have a product which is neither too overspec'd nor too simple or too plain Jane at the same time. So it's a product which has a right balance and a mix of the features, whether it's the fuel efficiency features or the safety features or the driver comfort features. We have taken special attention towards the driver's comfort and that they are safe in the cabin of Prima. So
value trucking does not mean cheap.
It does not mean cheap by any standards. By any standards, what we mean is that the equation of cost and quality has to be right.
Yes.
Because customers are looking for quality, cost or the price comes second. We are attracting those customers who are intelligent, who are smart, and who know their stuff, who can make decisions on their own, and they know what they're talking about. So this is for those customers who know the driveline, that it's the best driveline in the market, which has got a Tata's backing of 4 years and 450,000 kilometers in terms of truck Tactras, and as far as the tippers are concerned, it's 4 years, 5,000 hours, and we've got the best driveline in the available in the market, and we are combining the two at the same time. We have not overspec'd or over-engineered our product, for which the customer has to pay a premium, because we do have trucks in the market which will have features which the drivers, half of them, they wouldn't even know how to use them. So we want to make a simple yet a very luxurious, comfortable cabin which they are comfortable driving, and they are very safe inside the cabin. So that's the value trucking for us.
Wonderful. What I would like to say is that when Tata first came into this market, I said that if Tata, and I wrote it, that if Tata lasts beyond the first announcement of the taxi recapitalization program, I would buy the late Doug, who was a grand gentleman, a plate of prawns, because I didn't predict you would last longer than that. I owe the late Doug a plate of prawns, and I think what I have to do is take you to lunch and buy you that plate of prawns, because I was wrong, and Tata has certainly proved that it's been here for some years and it's here for the long term. And what I've heard today and spoken today, I can tell our leaders, our readers, our listeners, our viewers, Paris Hilton, everybody, that it's looking good and you're genuine in your intent to serve this market in a professional way with a quality product. And I thank you for this interview, and I thank you for today, and God bless
Thank
you.
you very much, Pet. It's been a pleasure, and it's been pleasure for us that you are here with us at this TATA Prima launch. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.